Perfect. Cool, man. Yeah, so I appreciate you, wanting to have this conversation with me. It's been a while. And I feel like we were overdue to connect and chat and just, I've been keeping my eyes on you from afar, but I guess we should intro this a little bit. We have Eddie here. Why don't you tell us who you are real quick?
So my name is Eddie. I go live on TikTok 2 to 3 times a week under the name EddieMakesSounds. I play covers. I do have original music. I am in original bands, but I tend to base more of my content on TikTok on covers.
Nope.
I am trying to put my originals in there and, kind of, little sprinkles of it in there and stuff like that. So people can, get the idea. But I've been really passionate about music my whole life and wanted to play some of the covers and some of the songs that influenced me on TikTok.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. And I feel like you probably have to play, not because you have to, but you obviously love the bands you play covers for, but that's really what attracts the crowd, would you say?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of guys that say to me, like, why are you playing covers? Like, you're an original guitar player, you're an original music maker. Why are you doing the cover thing? Honestly, there's no simpler way to say it, but you kind of have to play the game. And in order to play the game, you got to get some attention. And the covers thing does bring in the attention. There's a lot of people who would not care otherwise about some of the original material I have if it was not for the covers that I was doing to show people, hey, listen, I come from this, and now here's my original stuff that came from that. Maybe you'll like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's like a million things I want to talk about, but let's see. I guess okay, so we've known each other for how long now? It's been like a good
it's been a while.
I want to say 10 years, but that might be too long. Almost 10 years, because 2015 is when you played that show here in New Hampshire.
Yeah. Which was probably to this day the largest crowd I've ever performed in front of in my entire career as a musician. I take the memory of that crowd with me everywhere I go. It comes with me to work. It comes with me when we play smaller shows. I picture that crowd in my head every single time.
I love to hear that. I got like the chills right now thinking about it. Cause for me, it was also super exciting to like watch you up there, bro. Like that's why I wanted to do Rise or Die in the first place, was like, I really wanted an outlet where bands could I just wanted to help promote and give people a voice, even if not every band was amazing on our CDs. Like they definitely had some room to grow and get better, but like that still doesn't mean that they didn't deserve the opportunity. Right. And who knows, they could have just developed from there and gotten a lot better. And then, to see the different avenues that people took, the different bands, it was so fun to see everyone's growth. And then to hear that you guys got that show, I was so stoked. I was like, bro, that's amazing. Because, bro, I've seen like a lot of like bands at Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom. There's been a lot of bands come through there, like Red Jumpsuit, like Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish, a bunch of ska punk bands, like a bunch of post-hardcore bands. I think I saw Mest there. Fun fact, Mest is, you know who Mest is?
Yeah.
All right.
I know they have the singer from Assuming We Survive
playing in there.
I think he's the singer. Yeah. I think he's the singer now or something like that. He goes back and forth. His name's he used to be I think he's still in Assuming We Survive. But he bounces around. I think he sings for Mest. He sings for Assuming We Survive, and I think he also sings for oh my god, I am gonna be so angry that I'm gonna forget the name of this band. Oh god, it's gonna kill me. That's gonna annoy the hell out of me. Yeah, I'll figure it out. But
if you think of it. Mest is like one of my favorite childhood bands growing up. That was the band that was like Mest and Green Day for me, that I was like, okay, I understand the scene. But going back to you, so you play covers on TikTok. I know that from the times that I've chimed in on your stream, you have like 3 or 4 bands. It's like usually Metallica, Pantera, Is there two, like one or two more that you
Okay,
usually play?
so the bands that I'm known for playing on TikTok right now are Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, Killswitch Engage, and Bullet for My Valentine. I'm trying to add more bands as consistently as possible. It is a lot of work
Sure.
to remember all of the songs, riffs, parts, solos, harmonies, intros, and outros, and things like that. But a lot of times what happens is I get into the muscle memory groove of what's happening and I just go with it, and I just like, it just comes to me sometimes. And that's pretty awesome because some of the songs I've been playing since I was younger and some of the songs I'm just learning now. So like some of the Bullet for My Valentine stuff, I've never played Bullet for My Valentine before. So it was stuff that I was learning like immediately. But some of the Metallica stuff I've been playing since I was a kid, you know what I mean? So it just came kind of natural to me to once I got my rig rundown set, once I got my rig set up, it was go time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it was time to just do as many bands and as much justice as I hoped I could do to the music that I loved. So that's it.
Are you changing up your like settings, if you will, for when you switch to a different band? Like when you switch from like,
Okay,
let's say,
that's a
yeah, go ahead.
fantastic question. Now, the reason why I think that's a fantastic question is a lot of people don't understand that when you actually perform certain bands, each band, a lot of guitar players and a lot of musicians think that immediately everything is, or a lot of new musicians or guitar players think that everything is in standard in proper 440 tuning, and it's not. When you listen to old Metallica, when you listen to Dimebag Darrell and Pantera, they are all in slightly tweaked different tunings. So when you listen to Metallica and I play along with certain Metallica songs, I actually have to set, I use a quad cortex and it has a whole bunch of different tuning settings in it. And I have a tuner that I can actually do what's called fine tuning. And if I fine tune it, I can raise it up to plus 15, negative 40, plus
Wow.
50, or whatever I want. So you have to understand something. When a lot of bands play live, they're just in 440 standard tuning. Well, some of them are, but you're in 440 standard tuning and you go to your tuner and you just tune and you just play. But when
Yeah.
I play along with the records, you have to be in the records tuning. You have to be in the track that the track's tuning.
Hmm.
So Dimebag, I have a specific setting for Dimebag, which is drop 25.
Wow.
And then I have another setting for Dimebag that is the same exact patch, but saved and dropped again for when I play along with the album. So what I mean by that is, when I play Dimebag and I play Pantera stuff, I play with no backing tracks. I play with just no guitar anyway. Dimebag is not in the track for the most part. Then there are some songs where I can't have the backing track where Dime's not in it, so I have to play with the album. That is a totally different tuning. It's like a couple notches higher or lower depending on the song and the track. So I actually have to know which song I'm playing, which tuning that's in, and then which setting to put into my quad cortex in order to play along with it. Because what I've done is I've tuned to standard. And if you listen to like the Metallica Black album, it's in perfect tuning. As far as I
Hmm.
know, it's in perfect tuning. So you can just get on, tune, you're good to go. But if I play, I don't know, Enter Sandman, and then I go and play the Four Horsemen, if I'm playing with the album, my guitar has to be tuned up, fine tuned up plus 10.
Okay.
Because for some reason, when they recorded those albums back then, I heard rumors that they sped them up. So because they sped them up, they went sharp, but
Ah.
it's sharp. That's how it works. That's technology portions of playing along with the albums.
So real quick, you're cut off a little bit. Like you're leaning to the side with your some of your head
Oh
is getting
yeah,
cut
no,
off.
I'm
So yeah,
doing
just
that
try
because
to
it's on
stay
my
centered.
mic.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah, yeah.
can't. My
No,
mic doesn't go any further this way. But if I still sound good, then yeah.
you sound great right there. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That is amazing. I didn't realize. So how easy is it? I mean, is it just a click of a button, or do you actually have to like physically tune? Like I know there's lots of technology these days where now you
Mhm.
can just hit and it'll auto tune shit. Like I don't know. Like
So with the quad cortex, you're basically setting up yourself for a full rig. Means that you can literally make a signal chain, and the signal chain is everything you need: the compression, the tuner, the EQ, the effects, the actual amp itself, and everything in it. So what I have to do is I save a setting, and it's a chain, a signal chain for Pantera album,
mm-hmm.
and then another signal chain for the, it's a copy of the exact same chain, Pantera, not album, and then that tuner is different. You know what I mean? But then I have a whole nother setting for Metallica. And like I basically try to match tones as best as I can with every different album and band that I'm listening to and I'm playing along with.
But does it auto tune, or do you have to tune to like a thing?
No, that's the thing. So I'm tuning to a normal standard tuner.
Okay, I see.
Every
Okay,
single
but
my guitars.
the tuner is like is telling you okay a little bit like higher pitch or whatever to match what you're trying to play, right? Yes.
No.
No.
So the difference is the tuner is always in standard, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So the tuner, there's a tuner on the quad cortex, and I'm tuning that to standard no matter what. Then there's the effects pitch shifter. The effects pitch shifter comes after the tuner, and the
so
pitch shifter.
Your guitar is actually tuned regular, but it's going through a processor that's processing the sound and adjusting it to where it needs to be.
100%.
That's pretty sick. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. We could sit here and talk technicals on this for all day.
I know.
But let's do another video sometime where you show me how you do it. I think that'd be cool.
Sure.
But for now, so the TikTok thing, that's amazing. Do you bring that setup live with you as well? When you guys play live, are you using that quad, whatever you called it?
So the quad cortex, if and when I play live as a guitar player, I will bring the quad cortex, my pedal board, live with me wherever I go when I play live. But when we play with iIgnite, my band, I sing in that band. So it's funny because a lot of people get crazy because they go, wait, you don't play guitar in your own band? And I'm like, well, I write all the music, but I don't play it live. I just sing. And the reason for that is because the singing parts that I've written are too hard for me to sing and play at the same time. So I have to have other guys with me. And the other guys have been with me since the start. You know what I mean? So like they were my boys. I was friends with Stefan and Corey forever. So so they understand the situation. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Sure. I've always loved that. That even though you're an amazing guitar player, like you just sing in the band, which totally makes sense. Sometimes I try playing guitar and singing, and I'm like, there's certain songs I physically can't do it. Whether it be the rhythm of like the guitar playing or whatever. It's just I'm like, damn, dude, can't do it. Yeah, iIgnite was one of my favorite bands to work with because I'm clearly, obviously, as you can tell from the flag behind me, a big fan of like the For You're Strong and the sort of pop punk hardcore realm. And when I heard you guys, I was like, God damn, it's so good. It's well produced, like it's so tight. It was a lot of fun to work with you guys on that stuff and then just become a fan, So kind of getting back to the TikTok thing. So when did you start first of all, when did you start even like using TikTok? First of all, were you a user before you decided to start trying to make it a thing where you become live? Because I know you have to have a certain amount of followers in order to go live. So tell me about like that process there of like, were you a user of TikTok beforehand? Like, yeah.
Okay, so the way that I got into TikTok was actually because of iIgnite. And I'm going to make a very long story short.
Okay.
iIgnite played a local show, and we were playing at a venue. It was called 89 North, and it's on Long Island. And when we were playing our show, there was a matinee show. A matinee show happens in, kind of the afternoon, and then our show was before it. The matinee show, this was probably 3 years ago. About 3 years ago. The matinee show featured... We had no idea there was a show even going to happen. And when we walked in, there was probably a sold out 300 kids in this place. And it was all like teeny bopper kids, like screaming, I have signs and I love whatever's happening on stage kind of thing. There was a giant tour bus outside and we were all standing there like, what is happening? What is this? Like we just got to the show early for a sound check. Mm-hmm. And there's a huge show going on or whatever. And we found out later on that it was a TikTok artist who had just done dances.
Wow.
That's what they did. They did dances and they did lip syncing for other videos and stuff like that. But they were so big that they sold out some venue on Long Island in the afternoon on a Saturday.
What was the name of the person?
I could not tell you. It was like one person's name. It was like Elisa or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I looked at that and I went, wow, TikTok is something. You know what I mean? Like, and that kind of sparked it in me where I'm like, maybe I should pay attention to TikTok a little bit. So I started paying attention to TikTok. And then I started to find out that you could go live on TikTok. And when the live thing started, I was like, wow, you can like play in front of people and stuff. And then all of a sudden I saw there's a friend of mine, his name is LC3. His name is Lawrence, and he's in a band, or he was in bands that we used to play with on Long Island, a band called Oogie Wawa and a bunch of other bands also. And I was scrolling through TikTok one day and then boom, there's Lawrence. And he's live on TikTok. And I'm literally looking at it, I'm going, well, that's awesome. I'm like, it's freaking sick. I'm like, and immediately it just, neurons in my brain are firing and I'm going, I could do this. I could do that. I could try this. I could try that. And I just,
was he playing music or was he just
yeah,
live? Like,
no, he was playing music.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. He's awesome. And he's very, very professional and he does everything, 100%. So when he was live, he had like light show and like everything was synced and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't have the tech mind to go through all that. You know what I mean? But I respect the hustle. And I'm like, that is freaking amazing. I'm like, maybe I can do that my own way. So I immediately said, all right, I'm going to try to go live on TikTok. And then I went and I started posting a couple videos and I went to go live and they were like, nah, man, you need 1,000 followers. And I was like, 1,000 followers? Well, all right, fine. And then at that moment, I said to myself, you know what? I got to grind until I hit 1,000 followers. So
how long did it take you?
A year.
A year? Wow,
A year.
really?
Yeah. Took me a full year. Yeah.
What was your strategy to get followers?
My strategy was post.
Did you do the whole like follow for follow thing? Like, did you do some of that?
It was a trial by error. It was a trial by fire. No, I posted a bunch of if you go back and you ever like look at my early videos on TikTok, I did not know what I was doing. And I actually think I might delete some of those videos because they're just silly and they don't make any sense. But I wasn't trying very much. And then all of a sudden one day I just decided I'm going to try and I'm going to try to set things up correctly. And now, so if you look at my older playthrough videos on TikTok, there's 3 camera angles. There's 3 camera angles. I had to edit all 3 of those videos together. I was using one take audios, trying to edit 3 different camera angles to one take audios. And it was torture. I mean, like one video was taking me like 3 days to do. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is insane. But I pushed myself through it because it looked good. And it was getting me some attention. It was getting me some results because the more professional your stuff is, the more people are going to take you seriously. So I went through that process. And then one day I just finally realized I went on TikTok again. Maybe this is like 8 months into what I was doing. And I realized one day that these kids and these people were just posting these videos of them with one angle, just one time with no effects and no nothing. And the videos were blowing up and they didn't have that many followers. They had maybe like 8,000 followers or something like that. And like, I mean, to some people, that's not a lot. Some people, that is a lot. But I was like, I gotta stop. I'm like, this is way too much work for not getting what I need to do. So now what I do is I set up one angle, which is actually this angle. And I just play. I set up my audio so that I can play straight through it. And I set up my monitor system so that it's my backing tracks and I can play straight to my backing track. And if I can, I'll find a version. If I'm trying to play a lead, I'll try to find an instrumental version of it on YouTube. And then I'll just play over that backing track. And that's it. I'm trying to make it more simple so I can put out more content. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be sitting here editing. I want to be sitting here dropping stuff and connecting with people. So, yeah.
So what's the ratio, would you say, right now for yourself in terms of making videos to post and then like going live? And then do you do the whole like, hey, I'm going, like, if you're seeing this, I'm probably live now. Like,
yes, it is the smartest way to do it.
Yeah.
It's basically the process that I've noticed that really does work on TikTok right now is well, the best way to do it is to plan out your lives and actually have them date sensitive, which means like Thursday at 8:00, I'm going live, and then post that 2 days before or something like that. I personally, with my lifestyle, can't do that right now because there's too much up and down. There's too much work. There's too much other things. So I try to do it on a daily basis and I try to post at noon. And if I'm going to go live, I try to call the fact that I'm going to go live at a certain time, but post it at noon that day. Because unfortunately unfortunately with life, I can't turn around and say, hey, Thursday at 7:00, I'm going live and that's it, because then something happens in life and I can't go live.
Sure.
So what I do is if I'm, working or something like that, I'll just go, all right, I can go live tonight at 7:00. I'll post at noon, some form of advertisement that says that. And hopefully people show up. And then, you know, when you go live, if the way that TikTok really works when you're live is in the first 2 minutes that you're live, TikTok throws it out to everyone that is live, that is on TikTok at the moment.
Yeah,
So
okay. I'm glad you're saying this because that's a really good point that I don't know anything about, because I'm a TikTok user, but I don't like stream to TikTok, right? Like I do some Twitch stuff here and there. But okay, so that makes sense. The first 2 minutes, they just like post you everywhere, whatever. And then, but then do you get another like wind at some point? Because I've gotten your stuff pushed to me like not in the beginning of when you're streaming, but like maybe in the middle or towards the end.
So the only way that I think the algorithm grabs you is if people keep sharing and tapping on the screen. So the more interactive the audience in your live, the more of a chance it's going to get out to, it gets pushed up in the feed of TikTok's live listing of live people, I guess. I don't know what that word is, but so I've seen people where I'm scrolling through live and there's their live, and then I scroll past it or whatever, and then their live pops up again. And to me, that means there's not that many people on live, because I follow a decent chunk of people, but TikTok live is showing you everybody that's on live. You know what I mean? Like it shows you you're following first, and then it shows you the rest of TikTok that is live in the moment. So the other thing is sharing is very important. And the like number that you get from taps on the screen, which the like number thing is pretty interesting, because in my opinion, it can be manipulated. And when it can be manipulated, that's like, I don't know, that's kind of like a down point for me with TikTok, is that it can be manipulated.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So when you're going live, there's a little heart thing that pops up on the screen. When you like something, a little heart shows up, right?
Bro, I literally have sat there and tapped the screen a million times for you before, and it's kind of
that's
fun.
What I'm saying. And by the way, thank you for that.
See, I really like doing that because I like the fact that like as you tap, you see that little bar fill up. You know what I mean? And I like to get it all the way to like full, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get like 500 little hearts. What the fuck does that mean for you? Like on your end, when you're live, like how does that come across? Does it say Andrew liked 500? Like what do you like?
It does.
Okay.
It does. It shows me who's a part of the live and who's actively doing what they're doing in the live. And the higher that the like number in the top left corner shows up, the more people the live continuously goes out to, or the more important that TikTok sees that your live is.
Okay.
So it really does come down to that. The other thing is, I mean, the more active your TikTok is while you're live, the better it gets pushed to more of TikTok. There's been lives. It's crazy. Honestly, it really is the wildest thing ever. But there's been lives where I start out my live and I play. So I try to start out my live with a very interesting song so that I grab people's attention immediately. But you set the tone in the first minute. You set the tone of your live in the first minute. So if I come out and I play Master of Puppets, which 95% of the people on TikTok do know that song. It's a huge popular song. It's been around forever. And people just scroll by and go, you would not believe the amount of people who jump into my room and say literally this sentence: heard blank underlined band, stayed and loved it. And it's either Metallica, Pantera, Avenged Sevenfold, Lamb of God, whatever I'm playing in the moment.
Sure.
They scroll by and all of a sudden they hear Lamb of God 11th Hour and they're just like, whoop, what's happening?
Yeah.
Go on. Like at that moment, I got you. You know what I mean? Like you're in now. If you don't get them, if you don't get the audience of TikTok in that moment, you're gone. That's it. It's amazing.
Have you ran into any like DMCA stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, have you run into any licensing issues?
Okay. The only time that I ever have a problem with TikTok and where my videos get pulled down is if I try to post if I try to post copywritten audio without tagging the copywritten audio in the audio file that they want me to add it to. So if I just take my audio, if I played, I don't know, Master Puppets right now, I just keep using that. But if I played Master Puppets right now, right, made a video of it, and then I just took that video with that audio the way it is and posted it on TikTok right now, it would get flagged and pulled down.
Okay.
So what you have to do is you have to play the song you want to play, right? And then when you go to post the video, before you post the video, you go up and you add the
That
song
sound.
that you're playing, right, to the
Yeah.
audio. Then you
That makes
drop
sense.
the volume
Drop the volume. Yeah.
of the song you've added all the way down to almost 1, and then raise the volume of your audio up to a larger number. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's what I figured out later on, which
That's
sucks
so
because
funny.
I've only found that out halfway through what I was doing, and now I can't go back and change it on any of my other videos that I already did.
They're already taken down, right?
Yeah. Well, they're either already taken down or I did it wrong and I used different audios that I shouldn't have used. Like I used audios that were just like heavy metal in general.
Yeah.
And like the audios have an audience to them also. So that brings you views also. So if you like, when you go to click on an audio, you can actually see on the bottom of it, like it says how many views that audio has or what, how much attention that audio has. You want to use audios with the highest attention, or at least that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? So if you're using some random heavy metal audio and it has like 3 views, then you're wasting a moment. You know what I mean?
Because you never know what's gonna kind of go viral and why it goes viral, but you need to kind of ride those waves. Essentially, when you see a sound that is getting a ton of traction and views, you'd want to use that. That makes sense. So, okay, I think I was there, by the way, at that. Was that live streamed, that show in Long Island a year ago or whatever it was? Then you got that. You saw the TikTok artist there that night. Was anyone streaming that live?
Because I remember you guys. I don't think we haven't streamed a live audio show. I think we've only done it like 3 times.
Okay. I remember,
and I think they were all this year.
Yeah. Oh, okay, this year.
So yeah, they were all this year.
I definitely remember being at one of them. Anyways, so
okay.
How long have you been live on TikTok at this point?
Right now, I've been going live since probably February of 2023.
Okay. So what, that's like six months or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And I saw you have around 50,000 followers.
Just got it last weekend, yeah. Pretty
happy
about
bro.
that.
Yeah, bro. That's amazing. So, okay, tell me about the trajectory. Like, did it start with just getting a shitload of like followers, or did it kind of start trickling, and then you hit a point where it was like, then you started getting like 4,000 followers at a time or something? Like, how does that kind of work?
I'll put it like this. TikTok doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. That's how I'll say it. The analytics on TikTok are interesting. They're fun to watch and read along with, but I haven't found a pattern at all. The only way I will say this is this. When you post a video and you post content, you want to use every tool you have on TikTok in order to bring attention to that content. When I first started, I was not afraid to put $10 on promoting a video. Now, I don't have to put $10. I don't have to put $1 on promoting a video. But when I post a video and I do not go live within 24 hours of that video, it does not do anywhere near as good as if I did go live within 24 hours of posting that video. So going live is the only way to connect with TikTok, in my opinion. Yeah. It is the best, strongest, and most effective way. So once you can go live, then you can literally like really pound away on like the way that I've seen it work best is post a content, right? Post a content video and then go live with something that has to do with that content video, but also post another video announcing that you're going live about that content video. And I know how silly that sounds, but that's the new way that I'm seeing it work. So like and let me give you an example of that. So an example of that is I post a video of Pantera. Then I post another video saying, hey guys, it's 7:00. I'm going live and I'm going to play some Pantera. And then at 7:00, you go live and play Pantera. It's the best because you have to the people holding their phone going through TikTok have the attention span of a gnat. They do.
Okay.
And if you're not interesting, you get swiped and that's it. So if you are doing something that you think a Pantera fan would want to see, you got to hit them in 3 different spots.
Yeah.
And, oh, that's that guy playing Pantera. Oh, the little live thing is on. Let me click on his live. And then you click on his live. Boom, there you are. Now
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Okay. So I don't have the like pro version of Zoom. So this meeting's going to end in 9 minutes. So let's see what else we can
okay,
kind of go through until
sure.
then. I should
That's
definitely,
okay. I do have to go anyway. So,
yeah, man, I just could talk to you for hours. Obviously, we're just on TikTok, and I wanted to kind of go over, obviously, I Ignite, Farewell Fire. I wanted to go over all sorts of really fun things with you. But I think we should schedule another one of these with more members of the band too. I'd love to have Corey, involved.
sure.
Everybody. And okay, so in terms of TikTok, here's the one thing I don't know. I've like tipped and gifted a few people some things, but like people are always like, oh, drop a like a universe. Is that what it is? A universe or
Okay,
whatever?
so I explain this to people all the time, and I love explaining this because okay. Have you ever been to Dave and Buster's?
Yeah.
Okay. When you go to Dave and Buster's and you want to play a video game, you cannot put in $1.
Right.
You can't. They won't let you. You have to go to their machine and you have to take your dollar, give it to them, and then they give you back a card. The card has coin on it, has credit on it. The way that TikTok works is you as a consumer pay into TikTok. And then I believe TikTok then takes its percentage out of the money that you've paid them. Now, the leftover amount of money of coin that you purchased from TikTok is now in your account, your TikTok account. That money you then can use as gifts for gifting people. When you go to gift someone, there's a gift denomination for animations.
Okay.
The lower numbers just pop up as the thing. The higher numbers pop up as full cartoon animations. So I think, and if I'm being genuinely honest with you here, in the beginning,
please do.
in the beginning, in around March, when I really started going live, like and it was like actually doing something. In March, I had people gifting me gifts that I don't think that they knew the denomination of what they were gifting, because there were days where I was walking off a live with a lot of money.
Like, tell me what's a lot of money?
The most money I ever made in a live was anywhere between $600 and $800 in one live stream. And that was probably 2.5 hours.
Okay.
And that was like just 2.5 hours. And I had gone live 4 more times before that. You know what I mean? Like, so you can definitely, there was a time period where, and I'm extremely grateful for TikTok at that time period of my life, because I was not really working. And my TikTok followers kind of like saved me because I went through a little bit of a financial hard struggle, and TikTok and this timing of TikTok and me playing live and stuff, it literally kind of like gave me a backbone and gave me a platform to stand on. So at the same time that I was building up my music, I was also like financially supporting myself. So it was like the greatest blessing in the world.
Yeah.
So, and that's all due to the followers and the fans and the people who actually enjoy my content, and they're getting a piece of you. You know what I mean? Like you're selling them guitar playing and the music that they like, but you're also selling them your personality and who you are as a person and your fandom. Like, I'm a fan of this music. So because of that, they subscribe, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah. Everybody does things for different reasons. But when you buy gift coin on TikTok and you gift it, it makes people happy. It's crazy. It's insane. Like it's so much fun to watch.
It's funny because it's not only exciting for like you as the streamer to get it, but it's also fun for like the gifter to give the gift, right? It's actually kind of fun.
I hate to say it, but I kind of tie it into gambling. And the reason why is because if you go on a casino machine and you win a little bit, you get all these graphics and these lights that go up and down. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of casino-y gambling. You know what I mean? Like it's
you mean happiness. You as the streamer, you mean? Like you?
No, I mean you as the gifter. The gifter is like dropping things, animations, and they're like, oh, look at that. It's going. There it goes. You know what I mean? Like, and people they bite into it. They like it. Like I like it. As a content creator, I try to always give back a little bit to the people who are around me as a community. So I make it my point to go on and follow the people that follow me, who also are doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So other guitar players, other content creators, other people who have a passion for what they're doing. And I have no problem gifting them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'll go into some of my favorite guitar players' lives who are decent people, who have good morals, who do the work, and I can see that they're doing the work. I want to celebrate with them, and I want to send them roses. I want to send them spirit fingers or whatever that's called. I want to send them fun stuff.
So what is, like, if someone gives you a rose, it's like worth 1 coin, right?
1 coin is worth like $0.00001. You know what I mean? Like, it's
okay, yeah.
Almost,
so wait,
it's almost nothing.
If someone gives like a universe, that's a big one, right?
Yeah, the Galaxy is probably the most popular one that I have chosen to go with as a gift.
And it's, but how much does that give you when someone gifts it?
I don't have a straight answer for that, because I think it's somewhere in between $6 and $8, and I don't actually know what it is. I don't know which one it is, because there's been times when I've gone live and I've gotten absolute nothing for gifts, and then like somebody will drop me 1 Galaxy, and then I get off the live and I look at my denomination account and it equals a number. But then I'll go another live and I won't get anything except for maybe 2 Galaxies, and the number doesn't add up to that number times 2, if that makes any sense. But it's weird.
That's
I know, it's
weird.
It doesn't.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I can connect with exactly everything you're saying, especially with like gifting back to the community. Back in 2020, I was doing a lot of streaming on Twitch, and it was the same thing. It was like people would come and subscribe and like drop some like bits, were the same thing as basically coins. You know, I don't know how familiar you are with the Twitch world, but and then it was the same thing. Basically everything I made, I would give it right back to the community, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, because we just were all out there supporting each other, and it was just kind of fun, you know? So I know exactly what you're saying. Dang, I look forward to doing this again. We got about 2 minutes. So while we wrap up, let's see. What is your Twitch channel? What's your TikTok? You know, you said
so my TikTok, my TikTok is EddieMakesSounds.
Okay, cool.
That's it, on TikTok. And I actually started a Twitch, but I don't really have that many fans on it. I only have like 12 or 13, something like that, fans on it or whatever. But I'm really not good at Twitch yet. I haven't figured out exactly how that works. So
it's way more of a grind than TikTok. Holy crap. TikTok, don't get me wrong, totally a grind, but I feel like it's much easier. You put up 1 TikTok video, you're going to get like 800 views on your first TikTok video. You know what I mean? Like, just because of it's just going to, you know, share it with people. TikTok, it's not so friendly.
Twitch, you mean?
That's what I mean. Yeah. Twitch. It's just much more community. You have to kind of get in with certain people, from what I've found. Anyways, we can go into that another time. Man, what a great time chatting with you, man. I want to do this much more very soon. Yeah, I don't know. I hate ending on a timer of 1 minute and 20 seconds, but
nah, it's all good. Listen, Andrew, thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate it. And one of the, like I said before, one of the greatest memories I have, or 2 of the greatest memories I have, is being put on that Rise or Die sampler. That was awesome. We were very proud of that. And number 2 was playing that show in New Hampshire, man. That goes with me forever. It's freaking amazing. That the show that we played, it was Seether, Otherwise, and I Ignite, and I will never forget. We rolled up to that venue, and the Seether guys were awesome. The Otherwise guys were awesome.
Yeah,
everybody was so friendly. And as soon as we hit the stage, it was like 4,000 people. I think it was like a sold out. They were telling us it was around 4,000 people. And you know, I grabbed the mic and was like, "Put your hands in the air," and I saw 4,000 people with their hands in the air, and I went, "This is amazing!" Like, I'm
so glad, man. I'm seriously so glad. We got to end it, but hey, we'll do this again soon. Thank you so much. It was great to see you, Eddie. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, boss. Be good.
See ya. Yeah, you too. Bye.